All right, so today we are going to start with a warm up problem. So here's the warm up problem. So Emily has been assigned to read the first 25 pages in her book. So I'm going to write 25. Okay? She's finished reading 12 of the pages, right? So she's finished 12. How many more pages does she have to read until her assignment is complete? So what I want you to do, you can use your whiteboard, you can use a piece of scrap paper, whatever you want to do. I want you to use a strategy and see if you can figure out how many more pages she has to read until her assignment is complete. So pause your video and see if you can work that out on your own. How many more pages does she need to read? And see what your strategy is. All right, so the way I thought about this was a problem, right? She needs to read 25 pages. So I'm going to take this 25 and I'm going to drag it down here. She needs to read 25 pages, right? So that's how many she has to equal. And she has read 12, right? And she needs to read some more, right? She needs to read more. She has to add 12 blank to 12 and has to reach 25, right? That's what she has to do to be able to finish this assignment, okay? So one way that we've worked on, I could say, to get to 12 would be, or to 25, would be to start with 12, right? Whoops. I said 12 and I wrote 20. So 110 and 2 ones, right? And she needs more, right? She needs to add some more to get to 25. So I could keep adding until I get to, right, my grand total of 25. So to get to 25 for 12, I know I'm going to need 2 10s, right? And I know I'm going to need 5 ones. So there's 2 already there. So I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I have 25. 10, 25, right? And so then I can figure out, well, how many did I add? So I added 1 10 and 3 ones. So I added 13. So that means she needs to read, Kelly needs to read 13 more pages to complete her assignment. All right, so that brings us to our lesson today. That's going to help us when we're thinking about our lesson today. And our lesson today says, how do you record 2-digit addition? So that means, how do you write it down? How can you show your work when you do a 2-digit addition problem instead of just showing the quick picture? So I'm going to go to our next page. All right. So what you are going to want to get for this problem is you're going to want your base 10 blocks. That's going to help you on this problem because it says use base 10 blocks to model the problem, draw quick pictures to show what you did. Okay. So I'm going to give you a problem in just a sec. I'm going to have you pause if you don't have your base 10 blocks, but get your base 10 blocks. And then I'll give you the problem, and you're going to model it with your base 10 blocks on your paper. And then what we'll do is we'll draw a quick picture, if your model's correct, to show what we did. Okay, you're back. So I'm actually going to go a page ahead. Still the same thing as you've got, but mine actually has the problem and a quick pic in my blocks that I can use over here. So here it is. It says Mr. Riley's class collected 54 cans of food, or cans for the food drive. I got to read what it says, right? Miss Bright's class collected 35 cans. How many cans did they collect altogether? So using your base 10 blocks, figure out how many cans Mrs. Riley's class and Miss Bright's class collected altogether. Okay, so I'm going to show you my model. All right, so there's my model. So I modeled Miss Riley's class collected 54 cans, so there's 54. That's Miss Riley's, or Mr. Riley's. And then Mrs. Bright's class collected 35, right? So now I just have to figure out how many did they collect all together. Okay, so all together, right, I can move these guys more towards the center, right, because we're putting them all together and make it look like a 10 frame. Right, there we go. Line them up a little bit better. So all together, looks like we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, right? So we have 8 tens, and we have, looks like 9 ones. So all together, they have 89 cans, okay? And so then the Math Talk says, did you trade blocks in your model? Explain why or why not. Well, because there were fewer than 10 ones, right? There were only 9 ones. Almost had to exchange, or almost had to regroup, I should say. Because there were fewer than 10 ones in all, I didn't have to trade them for a 10. I didn't have to do any regrouping. Okay, so that's how we got 89. So let's go to the next page. So on the back of your page, we've got our model and draw, right? Remember, this is always the most important part of the lesson, okay? Because you're going to be practicing this skill right here. So it says, trace over the quick pictures in the steps. Model 37 plus 26. Are there 10 ones to regroup? So that's the first thing you want to ask yourself, right? Whenever you're adding with 2-digit numbers. Are there enough ones to regroup? So if I look at this, I would say that yes, there are, right? Because there's 5 here and 5 there. That's half of a 10 frame, right? So put 2 halves together. Excuse me, you get a whole. So yes, there are enough tens or enough ones to regroup. So step 2 says write the regroup 10. Write how many ones are in the ones place now. So you can see where they had a 10 frame, we needed 3 more, so they grabbed 3 from this bottom, and I'm going to make this bigger. There we go, so it's easier to see. So you're going to want to do this too. You're going to want to trace this. So they regrouped by grabbing 3 of these ones, right? And then regrouped it just like we practiced yesterday. Draw the arrow, and now we have this 10 over here. So we have another 10 because that makes a 10. But then we have these 3 ones left. And so then what they're doing down here is they're showing what happened with numbers, okay? So we had 10, 11, 12, 13 ones, right? You can't write 13 in the ones place. We talk about this when we do calendar, right? When we count our days and we have to regroup. So we can't fit 10 ones, or should I say in this case 13 ones. So we have to regroup, right? The most 9 ones you can fit over here is 9. So we write the 1 from 13, right? 13 is 1 10 and 3 ones. So we write the 1 over here in the tens place above the 3. And we write the 3 ones, they get to stay there, right? Because remember, 13 is 1 10 and 3 ones. So we can put the 10 in the tens place and leave the 3 ones in the ones place. And so then we get to step 3. How many tens are there? And it says, write how many tens are in the tens place. Because we already finished this. We finished the 1, so now we have to count how many tens there are. So you have that 110 right here, right? And then 3 tens, which were the tens we started with from 37, right there. And then 2 ones from the 26 that we started with, right here. So when you count all those tens together, you have 6 tens, which is 63, which is, we see with the quick picture right here. So that's what we're going to be practicing today. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing all that drawing, but just with less drawing, I should say. So it says draw quick pictures to help you solve, and then write the sum. So 26 plus 32. So we have to draw this nice and neat. This is where all that practice of drawing your quick pictures nice and neat comes in handy, because it helps keep things nice and lined up. This is why I've been having you write them nice and neat from the beginning, because I've done this before, right? And so I knew it was coming, right? There you go. There's a nice picture of 26 plus 32. Okay, so that's why we've been practicing this. So pause your video, make sure you've got that written down, because I know I probably went a little bit faster than you could keep up. That's fine. Pause your video, catch up. So 26 plus 32. First thing, can I regroup any ones, right? I'm adding 6 plus 2. No, I don't have more than 10 ones, so there's no regrouping. So 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. So I just write an 8 in the ones place. And then I count my tens. I've got 5, right? 2 plus 3. 2 tens plus 3 tens equals 5. So I write a 5 over here. So the total is 58. Let's do another one together, okay? Because this one does have regrouping, okay? Yes, I know. I just know it from looking at it, right? I'm an adult. It's what we do. So 3, 4, 5. That's 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 58. And then 24, 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so first thing, can I regroup? Absolutely, right? Because this 10 frame is not full. It needs 2 more. So I can snag those 2 from right here. Right? Nice and neat. I'm going to circle all these guys because, yep, you guessed it, this can make a 10, and so I'm going to write the 10 there. Okay? Right? We're done with this. We don't count these ones anymore. You can even take and X them out if that helps. Alright, so now, right, here's what we did. There were 12 ones, right? 12 ones is 1 10 and 2 ones. We regrouped the 10, that's this guy right here, and we put him right here too. So this is the same thing as this. These pictures, right, these numbers have to match the picture, what's happening in it. Alright, so now I count the 1 10 plus the 5 10s plus the 2 10s. So that's going to give me 8 10s now. So now I have 82, which should match what's over here. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, because I don't count these guys because they got regrouped here. Hopefully you're understanding what I'm doing. Trying to go nice and slow and not confuse you. So I'm going to go to the next page. And here we go. Alright, so this is the page we're on. So I want you to do 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to do those on your own, come back, and then we'll work through them together. So pause your video. Alright, if you're back, that means you've done those problems. You did 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and make mine bigger. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to draw all of my quick pictures. Okay, so give me a sec. I'm going to make all my quick pictures pop up because I don't want to waste time. Bam. Like magic. All my quick pictures are done. So you don't have to wait on me to draw. Okay, so I'm going to switch colors so that my color stands out against the work that I'm doing. So you can really, really tell what I'm doing. Okay, so 34 plus 9. Can I regroup my ones, right? Because I add my ones, 4 plus 9. Yes, right away, 4 plus 9 I know is more than 10. So yes, I can regroup. This is my 9. All I need is one more, and this is a 10. So I'm going to steal or regroup a 1 out of here. Okay, so this is now a 10. So I'm drawing the 10 there. Okay, so 1 10 and 3 1s. So 1 10, and I have 3 1s left behind. 13, because 4 plus 9 equals 13, right? But you can't have 13 in the ones place. Now I have my 10s, 3 1s plus 1 10, 3 1s plus 1 10 equals 4, so 43. Okay, hopefully that's what you got. Let's do it again. 7 and 4, right? I know is more than 10, right? So here's my 7. That means I need 3 more to make a 10, so I'm going to circle all of this, plus 3 from the bottom, right? This makes a 10. Little arrow, and then draw the 10. Okay, so 1 10 and 1 1 is what's left when you regroup, because we changed the number, right? We changed it from 13 ones to 1 10 and 1 1. I think I said that right. 7 and 4 is 11. 1 10 and 1 1, 11. So we changed it from just 11 to being 11 ones to 1 10 and 1 1. Okay, so that shows the same thing as that. And then we got these 2 10s, 2 10s, and 1 10. That's going to give me 5 10s. So 51. Next one, we got 5 plus 3. This is not enough to make a 10. So I just add. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. 3 10s plus 2 10s equals 5. So 58. Okay, next one, number 6, 9 and 6. Already I know that's going to be more than 10, right? So I need to make a 10. I need one more to make a 10. So I'm going to circle all of this very carefully so I don't get confused. This makes a 10. Sorry about. Okay, so sorry about the interruption. Where was I at? So, okay, so we made a 10. So we have 1 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones left. So 1 10 and 5 ones. And then we count these 10s, 1 10 and 5 ones, right? 1 10, 5 ones. And we get 6 tens, so 65. Okay. All right, let's see. Remember, you can pause too if I go too fast, if you want to check your picture. Let's go. Uh-oh. Did I miss the page? Oh, nope, there it is. I did miss it. All right, number 10. Think smarter. Don built a tower with 24 blocks. I'm going to underline that because it's probably important. He built another tower with 18 blocks. How many blocks did Don use for both towers? Draw quick pictures to solve. Write the sum. Okay, so 24. And then 18, right? Because we're using a quick picture to solve. Okay, now pause your video and see if you can solve it. See if you can solve it. I will tell you, you're going to regroup. I'll give you a hint. You're going to regroup. All right, did you get it? Let's find out. Let's check our answer. Let's see. Change my color back. All right, so this is almost full. It needs 2 more. So I'm going to circle all this. I'm going to make a 10, right? Fill that 10 frame, right? And just let me draw the arrow over here so I don't get confused, right? It's not good to get confused in math. Okay, so 110, right, is over here. We regrouped. So now we have 2 ones. So I'm going to write a 2 in the ones place. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. Okay, so we have 42 blocks. All right, so it says, did you regroup to find the answer? And then it says explain. So the first thing I have to do, I have to say yes or I have to say no. And so in this case, did we regroup? Yes. Yes, we did. So write yes. Capital Y, E, S, and then a comma, because now I'm going to explain. Because, yep, like a scholar, I have to explain. Okay, so yes, I did regroup, right? Because there are more than 10 ones, right? That's why we regroup, because there were more than 10 ones. So I regrouped ten ones into what? That's right, 110. 110. So pause your video, copy that down, and then I'll tell you what to do on the homework pages. Okay. All right, so let me change my size back. Here we go. These are the pages you need to do. This one right here, you've got 4 problems like we've been practicing today. Make sure to show your quick picture over here and show your regrouping and make sure it matches what you write over here. Do these 2 problems down here, 5 and 6. And then on the back, you get some more practice. You don't have to make a quick picture, but you can make a quick picture. There's room. Okay, you don't have to, but you can. And then do the problems at the bottom. Okay? All right, good luck.